When I first came, like, I didn't know any English. It was difficult for me to get, like, how do you say that? To get, like, along with things. Like, I didn't know any English. It was difficult to me to um, learn more stuff. My people in my family, they talk to me in English. I used to watch TV in English. I used to and put the subtitles in English so I could read what it said and like try to understand, because some words in Spanish and in English they are right the same. To help us, I was like when we were when they made a command, they like what was the word that you said? Yeah, that they use gestures. Like when they say raise your hand, like they raise their hand too, so like we know what they're trying to say, and like repeat what they're saying, so like we can get it, like when they're speaking to us.
My teachers inspire me to become what I am now. The English was like piece of cake, because I learned it in the while they were talking. I hear it and I learn the words, repeat it again in my head, and then the songs. I heard Katy Perry's, Taylor Swift, Carrie Underwood, all those songs, and I remember the same words repeating in my head, and they were more easier to make them learn English to me. Teachers should know that they gotta support their students, and that is not always easy for them, and that they also have pressure on them, on their backs, and they don't know how to handle it. That may cause really big stress.
The way I learned English was by using a dictionary. They were showing me what words mean, and I speak French, and Mr. Ayuyo speaks French too, and he showed me words, and then he explained me in French.
It's not easy to be part of the class because we don't know how to ask things or answer things. The teachers try to help me, but not so much. The teachers can try to help better is not translating in Spanish. They should know what language I speak. Yeah, and try to know more about me.
Oh my God. The first day was so nervous because when I go outside, I was the only one and nobody was like around me. And when I go inside, I go upstairs when I'm supposed to be downstairs. And they have to go bring me to Mr. Polly. I don't know where to sit, and I just asked them, can I sit here? I was so nervous that day. Mr. Polly helped me a lot. She just tried to me to understand. And when I don't know words, I try to listen and to get it in my mind, but I can't sometimes. But again, with help of Mr. Allers, he helped me a lot with the books. Whew, the books, and then in the story that we read about the man that lost the TV, that helped me a lot. The monkeys, all the stories, the cards I read, my friends. And sometimes to translate, yeah, I used to translate just with some words that are very big, but they're confused. But I understand the language, but I confused. But the first day was the most nervous day for me. I take it too long for make friends, but the first day was nervous. I'm nervous. Oh. So when they talk, to seeing us in the eyes and say a little slowly, not like how they speak perfectly English and they just seeing us and talk too fast, because sometimes you confuse what they're saying, and you just have to see in the eyes and say like a little slowly, and you can understand better. Because there are some words that you can understand like are like Spanish, and there are some like magic, magia. You can understand. It's like the same.
When I first came to this country, for me it was really hard because I didn't know any English. I didn't know how to write anything, and I always cried in the class and stuff, so it's really hard to me. The teachers helped me by talking and doing signs with their hands so I know what they're saying, and by coming in my table and showing me pictures and stuff, so I know what to do. The hardest thing to me was to learn how to read and write, because it takes a long time to write, you know.
I like to work with the other students because it's more easier. They can help me, and that helps me because I have contact with others, try to speak their language, the same work, and like everybody in the class doing the same work. Sometimes they give me the different work. I want to learn the same thing. I don't want to be teaching different works. I want to learn the same thing as everybody else. I don't want to be treated different.
It made me feel sad because, like, everybody, I was trying to speak with them, tell him how I feel, and nobody could understand. Like, sometimes they make fun of me for not speaking very well. The things that the teacher helped me with was they used to give me some pictures to look at, and they used to say the words for me to say it back to them, and they used to give me some music to listen to it and then sing back to him, and that's what made me learn real fast. They used to put me in the front world so I can see them and ask them questions if I need to, and they used to come to my table and tell me everything I had question. Like, if I had a question, they used to come to my table and tell me what I didn't know.
So I switched classes. When I went to 124, my teacher helped me a lot to get to know everybody by giving me a piece of paper and writing down what was my favorite color and things about me that I like. The teacher got to know me, and the first day I met a friend. He was named Jose, and he helped me a lot with that piece of paper because I couldn't really understand. And the first hardest thing that I experienced when I got here was that I didn't know the places. So if I wanted to go somewhere, I couldn't. I had to get my cousin that lived here before me or my aunt. My advice is that they should separate away the kids that are from the same country, because when they talk with their friends that are from the same country, they won't get to listen to the teacher, and they will speak the same language every day, and they won't get to learn the language that easy. The way I learned English is by my teacher giving me cards that had a picture. Let's say it had a cloud on it and it said in English below it. And we had about 50 cards, and they give it to us. We had to learn them, try to speak with those. And after that, we were doing small activities like bingo.
When I came here, I still have a lot of goals. One of them was learning English. Was pretty difficult for me because I am older, so it's more difficult than younger people, but I learned English reading, listening to music. I read a lot. My bedroom is like a library or something. Music, I love music, so that helped me a lot. My teachers and my friends also.